Welcome to engineering. Now sit down and pay attention, because what you'll learn here may very well save your life. The engineer's job is to manage the ship, so the pilot can manage the battle. You'll be responsible for min-maxing power output, repairing critical damage, and generally keeping the ship operational. To do that, you'll first need to understand what makes a ship tick. We'll start with the engineering terminal. The engineering terminal can be found on most ships larger than a small fighter, and it is from here that we are going to be doing most of our work. You can control everything from here, from the shields to the oxygen, and even the bathroom door. You have 3 tabs you need to care about. First being a power overview with pips to indicate how much power is allocated to a given system. The second is a 3D overlay of the ship, including the status of rooms, systems, and weapons, even the doors. From here, you can turn off individual parts and even open and shut individual doors. The third is a preset page, where you can save certain power configurations for expediency. We'll start here in the Power tab. The power plant is the heart of the ship, providing power to be distributed to all the systems as the pilot or engineer sees fit. Maintaining the health of the power plant is your #1 priority. Without it, your ship is just a brick. The weapons are exactly what you think, and providing power to them will increase the ammo capacity, recharge rate of all guns and turrets. This is a high priority in combat. The engines provide thrust to the ship. Counterintuitively, increasing the engine power doesn't make the ship any faster. It only affects the rate at which the ship's boost recharges. Because of that, the engines are one of the places engineers will pull power from during combat for optimization. Just remember, engines need at least 1 pip to stay online. As far as boosting goes, if you listen closely, you can hear when the pilot is using the boosters and route additional power if they need to be recharged quickly. Or, preferably, you can communicate with your pilot. I hear we're good at that sort of thing. The shields are your first layer of defense in combat, and a high priority for power allocation. Shields require a minimum of varying levels of power to operate, depending on the size and model of the shield generator. Any additional power routed beyond this minimum will further increase the resistance values and recharge rate of the shield. In most combat situations, you'll want the shields fully powered, unless you have a specific reason not to. Radar is the eyes and ears of the ship, and like the shields, require a minimum amount of power to operate. Any extra power increases the range at which pilots and gunners receive aim assistance. This gives you room to optimize. Fighting a large target up close? You may not need the extra range. Fighting a small target at a distance, extra radar power could make the difference between hits and misses. The life support systems are responsible for maintaining the atmosphere in the ship, and allocating additional power will increase the rate at which oxygen filters through the vessel. If you need additional power, the life support is a common system to be turned off completely. Though be careful, as if someone takes off their helmet, they will immediately begin to suffocate. The last thing you want is for someone to die because they tried to drink a crew's Lux without any oxygen. Every component on the ship generates heat, and the coolers keep that heat under control. Like life support, cooling is a system that engineers will often pull power from during combat for optimization, but this comes with some risk. At the top of the power screen, you'll see the ship's projected heat load. Blue means you're fine, and red means you're generating more heat than the system can handle. The important thing to understand is that heat takes time to build up. If you had to, you could turn off the coolers entirely for minutes at a time before systems begin shutting down due to overheat. A skilled engineer can ride that line, squeezing the maximum performance out of the ship without cooking it alive. Note that you can build up so much heat that the coolers are no longer able to dissipate it, even if fully powered. In that case, you'll need to turn off systems to help get temperatures back down to normal. Needless to say, having to do that in a fight is not good, so be careful. The quantum drive is responsible for faster than light travel. It requires a specific amount of power to function, and you cannot take away or add any extra power. In general, leave this one alone and let the pilot handle it. Note though, if the pilot enters nav mode to use quantum, the shields will be disabled and other systems may lose power if the quantum drive needs more juice. This power will be restored, though, once the pilot drops out of nav mode. There are also other subsystems you'll encounter, such as tractor beams, mining lasers, salvaging tools, quantum interdiction fields, you name it. If you're on a ship with one of these, it's good practice to leave it offline until it's needed. Viewable in the 3D layout screen, as the engineer, you have total control over every door on the ship, from the airlock to the bathroom. From here, you can manually open, close, and even lock them. For example, you could lock open all the doors leading to critical components so getting to them is easy, or you could lock doors shut if there are hostiles on board. It'll slow them down and buy you time. Note though that the option to see the doors is not on by default. You'll have to enable the filter in the bottom left corner of the 3D layout screen. If the shields are the first layer of defense, the armor is the second and the hull is the last. Your job as the engineer is to keep a close eye on the armor specifically, as the pilot has no indication for its condition. Simplified, armor can completely negate a weaker attack, but once that armor degrades, weapons that previously couldn't hurt you suddenly become dangerous. Armor is critical, and your pilot knowing the state of it can inform their decisions in battle. Like armor, ship components can be damaged. A shot could penetrate the armor and damage a component, or in the worst case, you have no armor left at all and the ship is being shredded. We'll start with an easy case first. A shot penetrates the armor and damages a shield generator. To repair it, you'll need some tools first. The Pyro multi-tool is something everyone carries, and to repair with it, you'll need the Cambio Light SRT attachment and RMC canisters to fuel the repairs. Note that every ship will have storage compartments, and these compartments will have some RMC canisters you can grab in a pinch, though it is good practice to carry a few on you at all times, especially if you're going to be an engineer. There is also a full-size, dedicated repair tool that uses larger canisters and repairs much faster. However, this tool will take up a weapon slot on your backpack. To repair, get your chosen device loaded with a canister and attachment if necessary. Track down the component in question and right-click to start repairs. In some cases, the text may say no repairs are necessary, but trust your eyes and look at the integrity to determine if that is really the case. When a ship loses all its armor and all its hull, it goes into a state known as soft death. The power plants are at zero integrity and the ship is helpless. And additional damage will eventually completely destroy the ship and anyone on board. In the case of a soft death, you'll have to get to one of the power plants on board as fast as you can and repair it to at least 11%. Once you repair it to 11%, you'll be able to restore partial power to the ship. This power could be enough to get the engines and quantum drive online, allowing your pilot to escape certain death. Note that repairing your power plant will grant you an additional buffer of ship health that you can't see, giving you time to escape from danger before the power plant is knocked out again. Move fast though, because this will not last long under fire. Knowing how to do this is extremely important, and every player, let alone engineer, worth their salt, should know how to save a ship from destruction. When a ship takes critical damage or becomes too hot, a fire could start on board. An uncontrolled fire is an immediate threat and must be dealt with fast. To fight a fire, you can find fire extinguishers on board a ship in various locations. Alternatively, you could vent the ship's atmosphere to starve the fire of oxygen, which is especially prudent if the fire is near a power plant. You know what you need to do now. Now get to your station. Otherwise, I'll see you in the salt room.